Well, hello everyone. This is Dr. Ayleen, and this is a daily dose of medicine walk. And for those of you who are listening in on Blog Talk Radio, this is Healing House Radio. So I really hope that these sort of daily question and answer things are of value and that people are getting something out of it. And if you have any questions, you can send them to me through my Twitter page, which is in the link. You can send them to me through my Facebook page or the Facebook group, which is Medicine Walk with Dr. Ayleen. And you can leave them in the comments. And you can also log in during the premiere episode of all of my videos. I am in the chat room and I'm available to answer questions or accept questions for the next episode. So, today's question is a very, very interesting one, and it deals with empaths in relationship. And it comes from John. If I can make someone happy by being what they need me to be, isn't that a win-win situation? Well, that is an interesting idea. And it is, technically, the answer to that question is yes. It can be a win-win situation. And I would never, ever, ever tell anyone how to manage their relationships. My mother had a saying, if you love it, I love it for you. So, with that in mind, the idea that you can adapt to them instinctively, that's a quality that makes empaths very attractive as mates. The tricky part or the complicated part comes in, hey Luna, the complicated part comes in when people lose themselves in it. Yes, for the other person, being in a relationship with someone who can match your frequency, who can gauge what you need emotionally when you need it without you having to say it, really, and someone who does that on a reflexive level, yes, that is a wonderful relationship to be in. And there is a part of that where the person, the empath, yes, you can adapt and you can become what somebody else needs you to be. But the thing is, are you with them to be yourself, or are you with them to be what they need? And that's a question only you can ask. And I wouldn't tell anybody that, they should or shouldn't use empathy as a part of their relationship. What I want is for empaths to realize they have a choice, that it isn't reflex, that it's something that they can choose. If someone chooses to be in a relationship where they are that adaptable mirror for someone else's emotions, if that works for you, I love it for you. And you deserve to be loved for being you. As I've said before, and I will say again, empathy is a part of who and what you are, but it's not all of who and what you are. And someone can love, appreciate, and honor you, and you deserve to be loved, appreciated, and honored for all of what you are, not for one quality. It's okay if that makes you happy. And you deserve to be loved for the entire being that is you. And if you're going to be in a relationship, that should be an equal relationship. That other person should be working to understand and resonate with you as much as you resonate with them. Yes, an empath can be happy when the other person is happy. But the thing is that you're more than that. And you deserve more than that. You are more than simply a reflection. You are a being with your own thoughts and feelings and ideas and likes and dislikes. And a part of life and a part of relationships is that you are a complete package. There's all these facets to you that someone else wants to spend years and years and maybe a lifetime getting to know and getting to appreciate. It's not just about an ability to be easy to live with, or the one who always gives in an argument, or the one who always agrees. It's a joining. It's I mean, this is a very difficult question in some ways, because ultimately, you know, what makes you happy makes you happy. I will not tell anyone that they have to turn their empathy off and they have to be any way in a relationship, because that's between you and the person you're with. And there doesn't have to be a bonus to being in a relationship. If you were to turn the empathy off, how would that relationship be? If you were to simply be yourself, how would that go? How would that look? How would that feel in relationship to the other person? If it's a true, honest love, or even a friendship, because this could either be a romantic situation or it could be a friendship. Because, there are lots of folks who have friendships that looking from the outside can seem a bit one-sided, or the person goes into the friendship because, oh, this is someone who is so easy to talk to, and I can tell them all my problems and they listen to all my problems and they focus on me. Yeah, but is that a friendship? Is that a mutual friendship? Only you can answer that question. If somebody likes and appreciates you, yes, you're a wonderful person to listen to, you're a wonderful person to, or to talk to, and you're a wonderful person to support and give advice. And do you love the same movies? And do you argue over Star Trek versus Star Wars? And does that person appreciate you for all of your gifts and doesn't just in some ways make it about them? Because it is very easy for an empath to slide into codependence, which means that you just go along. It means that you support, even when deep down maybe you wouldn't choose to, but because of your reflex to resonate with them and with their frequency, it can make it very difficult to come forward with yourself, to have your own autonomy, to say, you know what, I don't like that restaurant. I want to go to this restaurant, or I want to try this, or, I really don't like going to that movie, or I don't want to go to this party. An empath will rarely do that or say an unmanaged empath will rarely do that, because their instinct will be that the other person needs to be okay for them to be okay. If they're happy, I'm happy. There's an old saying, if the wife isn't happy, nobody's happy, or if the mom or the dad isn't happy, then nobody's happy. Yeah, that's kind of dysfunctional. If somebody else is unhappy, maybe they need to be unhappy for a bit. Maybe the best thing you can do is let them work through what they need to work through, and be understanding and be patient and set boundaries. If someone is wanting you to just be there for them, and yet they have a difficulty being there for you, then it can be a very complicated paradigm to try to navigate. So I would say that if you are happy in your situation, go for it. Leave it, leave the empathy on all day, air day. And just be very, very, very sure that your entire focus isn't what they need, especially when it overrides what you need. Maybe sometimes you need to be the one to sit and vent and be listened to. If, it's almost like, when uh, somebody who, gives great massages, And everybody wants a great massage. But if that person asks for a massage, it's like, yeah, oh, okay. No, I'm not really good at that. But could you rub my back? Having been a massage therapist, I get it. So the idea that I want you to always remember that there's more to you than your empathy, that it is a wonderful gift, and it does not mean that you have to sacrifice who you are or, deal with things that don't make you happy just so that someone else can be happy. Because maybe there are times when everybody has to be unhappy. And that's the most important thing for an empath to learn in a relationship is that, you know what? Sometimes people have to be unhappy. They have to deal with disappointment. They have to deal with not getting their way because that allows them to grow as human beings. We cannot keep people from being unhappy by indulging them. And the best way to have a really good, solid, mutually respectful relationship is to be able to set empathy aside and take a look at, wow, this person is having a problem here. I can be supportive, I can be understanding, I can set boundaries, and I don't have to be responsible for their happiness. That's not my job. It is their work that they need to do. And sometimes just letting somebody stew. And those are the perfect times to be able to shut empathy off. But that doesn't mean that you don't have compassion. It doesn't mean you don't have sympathy. If somebody is really struggling with something and, they're not happy about a situation and they're stuck in it, maybe the best thing we can do is let them learn to work it out themselves. We can support. You don't have to let anybody make you their whipping boy. And please do not let anyone believe that you owe it to them to take that on for them, because that's not true. We all have the work that we're meant to do in this life. And empaths make wonderful relationship partners as long as they balance empathy with good boundaries, their own autonomy, and an appreciation for a mutually loving, respectful, and supportive relationship. You don't have to do all the work. It's not your job. It's your job to be the best growing human being and person that you could possibly be, while at the same time, well, say, if somebody has to go and take a walk or fume or stomp around the room or talk to themselves or be irritated, maybe the best thing you can do is let them. Allow them to find their own balance. Because if you're doing all the work to keep them balanced by constantly adapting to what they need you to be, it's not going to work and it's not going to last. At least not in a healthy way. So do as you please. All I offer are options, which you can take or not take. But I want you to know that you deserve to be loved and appreciated for exactly who you are. All of you. Not just the part that wants others to be happy. There's nothing wrong with that. Just don't make a habit of putting everyone else's happiness above your own. Them being happy is up to them. You being happy is up to you. Choose wisely. So, thank you for joining me. And I will be back tomorrow with another question and another answer. If you have a question, comment, or concern about the answer I've given, and I welcome other opinions into this, for this and any other question. If you have a comment or another viewpoint, post it and I will share it and respond to it if I can to clarify or, but everybody has a right to what they believe because it's all about autonomy. It's all about self-empowerment. So, thank you for joining me. And if you like this video, please press like. If you think that this is kind of cool, please consider subscribing. About the majority of the people who watch my videos are subscribed, but there's still a bunch that aren't. So if you're watching and you have not subscribed, please consider doing so. And until next time, and as always, I wish you balance and I wish you blessings from my heart to yours. Love you, and see you next time.